G'day, I'm Evan, and welcome to Gamey Gamey Game. Joining me on the show this week, it's Naomi Higgins.
Hi.
Mish Wittrup.
Fucking dorks.
And Zachary Ruane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Thank you for having us, Evan.
First episode back for the year. How exciting.
Oh my God.
Think of all the things that'll happen this year.
Oh no.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh, not again.
Good things.
Not a year again.
The Panic at the Disco thing's already happened. I'm done for the year. That was big.
Yeah.
That was big. Can it get any worse?
Oh my God. We'll never get another song about it being 9 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I had high hopes and now I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
9 in the afternoon?
Yeah, I think we all feel like Pete Buttigieg right about now, don't we?
Yeah.
That's a Panic at the Disco song, is it?
There is no 9 in the afternoon. That doesn't exist.
Well, exactly.
Is that what the song's
That's the
about?
kind of creativity that we're going to miss.
I wrote a song called Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off.
Now,
Someone hasn't been on a roller coaster.
To me, that's the kind of title that an 18-year-old boy who studies music in year 12 and he's just broken up with his girlfriend
Pretty sure
of
they were
7 months.
16-year-old boys that were studying music.
And he just would have broken up with his girlfriend of 7 months. They'd been dating for 7 months and she just broke up with him and he wrote that as his final media piece. Hey everyone, like at assembly, like he goes up at school assembly, he's like, hey everyone, this is my band, Vinyl Trash, and we're going to be singing my new song, Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off. This is for you, Ali, or whatever. That's what I see.
Midwest song.
Yeah.
But then it starts with it's like a voicemail from her being like, I don't want to do this anymore, Johnny. I can't do this anymore.
Mine is like a PowerPoint presentation of photos of them together from the last 7 months.
Wow.
That's how I imagine he'd sing.
Yeah.
Hey,
How do you feel about women?
I like
On
it.
a scale of 1 to Hobo Johnson, how much do you hate them?
I reckon they're pretty hot.
Isn't it funny, that question, how do you feel about women, and that answer, I like them, it's all in tone. You can... Yeah, you got to really get the tone right there, because, I like them. Even there, I'm getting a bit wonky.
Gotta practice.
Yeah, you go, I like them. I like them.
I like them.
They're good.
I like them. I like them. No.
I heard chuckle before.
I like them.
I like them.
Yeah, good.
But I'm a woman, so I can do it.
chuckle before. I
Like them. Or afterwards, I like them. Halfway through, I like them.
Any chuckle, really. Avoid the chuckles.
No, don't
Only
chuckle.
I like them.
Yeah, no room for laughing.
Hey, first off,
Hi, Evan.
I'm excited to announce that we've joined the Pickaxe Network, run by our new friends over at the Yogscast from all the way over in the UK. This means that we've refreshed our podcast feed and we'll be keeping it up to date each week. So if you prefer to enjoy the show without looking at us, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe.
You're in
What has
England.
refreshed our podcast feed?
Well, it was like we changed hosts and the last season wasn't up there, and so now there's a new feed and
So you fixed it.
yeah,
Did the British
didn't know it was
people fix
broken.
it for you?
the British people fixed it for me.
Really?
Yes.
Did you have a Zoom with them?
Yes.
Ooh.
We love your show.
Pip, pip.
Hello, Pip Pip.
Pip.
I must be off for tea.
And then they leave singing chim chimney, chim
Chimney, chim chim
chim. They go up the fucking chimney.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was Google Meet. But,
That was a Google Meet.
A Google Meet. I'm sorry, we can't.
Mary Poppins doesn't
Cannot
have
be on this podcast network with British people that you talk to on a Google Meet. Something.
people use Google Meet.
No, they
No
don't.
one does.
Don't you guys use Google Meet?
I use Google Meet.
I mean, when that was speaking, it was
my
Google Meet.
God.
It matches up with the Google Calendar really well. But that's boring. We don't need to talk about
Can you
that.
go over the 40
We don't
minutes?
need
You don't have to pay to go for more than 40 minutes.
It's
Isn't
true.
Is that a thing?
It's true. Yeah.
This week, we're talking about Forspoken. But first, what do you think of this? The year kicked off with a busy consumer electronics show, and one of the more interesting products shown was the Shiftall Mutalk, a Bluetooth microphone that completely covers your mouth. It muffles your voice by up to 30 decibels, so you can shout or scream without disturbing others.
Oh my god.
Good one for the wives.
Would it, Mish?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
So is the purpose you can be playing games loudly in a room of people and no one's going to
you
get...
can be in the metaverse like that guy there. You can be gaming. You can be.
He is in the
talking
metaverse.
loudly.
What are you using? Okay, well, let's just all sit quietly and learn what we're using it for. Remote meetings in noisy places.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you're gaming loudly and you're talking to all your gaming friends,
I love that.
Oh, you're like...
he's getting told to be quiet by his
Oh my
partner.
god, this poor man.
It looks okay.
Now he's so happy, look at him.
Yeah.
It looks
He loves his muzzle.
Yeah.
It genuinely looks a little bit
Yeah.
fetishy. Like it looks a bit BDSM.
It looks like a ball gag.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a real intensive, like a stretcher ball gag.
Yeah, right. But you can still talk while wearing it, unlike a ball gag either.
No, you can get most ball gags you'll find have little holes in them so you can breathe through them.
Well,
Well, a
you
lot of
can't
them do.
talk though, right?
That-
Like,
Are we assuming that they're telling the truth that you can wear that and just talk normally?
what do you mean? Just talk normally? What
I
do
mean,
you-
it's like pressing against his mouth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
You would be
I don't
drooling.
talk like this. Hey guys, how you going? Hey, nice to see you.
You scams really
They're,
I'd like to go and say some slurs to people while playing NBA 2K.
It's like when you talk through like a cardboard, like a paper towel roll.
You just shut your little whole mouth, you stupid little bitch.
Anyway, sorry love, I was just playing NBA 2K and I did get a little vicious with the other players. This is the most fucked thing I've
You
ever
would
seen
be-
in my life.
You would
I
be.
think this is a very practical thing.
I think it's cool.
Have
you
you
been-
think this is practical?
Well, you could be talking to people and other people can't hear you. You can have a private conversation in a room with other people.
That sounds very. I'm sorry.
This
No.
is disruptive.
I just had the biggest like flashbacks to bitchy girls like whispering about you in year 5.
Yeah, right.
Now they wouldn't have to whisper; they'd just be like, "Yeah, good one, Mish."
The cool girls
This
in
is a fucking
school.
bitch. I mean, they laugh, they look and point.
That's funny.
Classic cool hot girls in school.
Yeah, do you know how this is gonna? That's gonna be like awful for kids in primary school that get bullied.
I love
Not that I did.
I love your brain, Mish.
They can just text, Mish.
What? Yeah, I didn't have text in primary school. In primary school, if they wanted to be mean about you behind your back, they did it
write a
to
note.
they did it to your face, or they wrote notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They loved the note back then. Have any of you guys been to the metaverse before? Because it's the future. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I do VR, the thing I think is, fuck, I need more heavy shit hanging off my face. I just need
Just wear a
more.
fucking helmet at that point.
Yeah. I also love the idea that you're like, oh, you can talk about people in a room. So that's what rooms are for. You go to other rooms. Like,
Right.
That's why
Right.
rooms exist.
You could be on a train and you could be having a confidential business meeting.
You're gonna wear that on a train, you're gonna get fucking mugged, bro.
Look,
They're gonna beat the shit out of you. Are you serious?
Yeah. Also, we're not addressing the drool situation. Have you ever worn a snorkel? You know how spitty they get?
Really?
Yeah.
This,
if you wear like a snorkel, like over your face, like the amount of saliva that builds up in your mouth is
Oh,
very. It's
imagine
full
how
of.
that would smell.
Oh my god! And the kind of people the kind of people that are wearing this to play
He didn't
games do
brush
not
his
brush their
fucking
fucking teeth. They don't brush their and that shit smells like
doesn't
old Cheetos, son.
He doesn't even know that you can brush your tongue. His tongue is fucking
Oh.
white
It's
as a fucking
Oh,
plaster wall.
It's machine washable. You can take it apart, take out the foam bit.
They're not washing it, Evan.
you can put that in the washing machine.
You take off the facial interface, like with a
But
VR headset.
would you have to put it in a bra bag?
Look, I don't know.
I put a. Do you know how many things I put in bra bags
Have to
now?
put it in
Really?
one-
Oh my god, it's changed
What do you
the
put
way
in?
I do laundry.
I said goodbye to my last bra bag. We have different breasts.
Yeah.
I don't wear bras with underwire.
Oh, I can't not.
Yeah.
Although I have some really cute ones for like around the house. We can have this conversation not on camera.
You guys gonna chime in or what?
Yeah, you wanna talk
care
about
about
what my
women?
breasts look like when I don't wear underwire?
Hey guys, I like women. I like it. This idea, if it was like this, I could see this being a thing that in 20 years we look at this and it is a thing, and this is funny that this was the first one. I could see something that like is a little bit more Bane. I'm thinking Bane.
Yeah, Bane.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the fact that it's so long off the mouth, and it's so long off the mouth.
Yeah,
It
the
doesn't have the
design.
nose in it. It seems like they're trying to make it as low profile as possible, but that's what makes it stupider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think aesthetically, the design of it, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not quite there. It looks maybe a little bit silly, but
I would break the fuck out if I wore that, I have to say.
like zits, you mean? Like,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
That
probably.
can't be good for your skin.
I mean, do you have that problem with VR headsets?
I don't know what to tell you, Evan. You lent me a VR headset, I want to say 2 years ago now. I've not used it once.
You got to go to the metaverse, man.
You got to check out the metaverse.
You can buy land in the metaverse now. I've put my life savings in
By
metaverse
art, you
land.
can't have legs. Yeah.
Can't have legs yet, but when you can, there's going to be a business for Levi's jeans because of, I don't know.
The man they've got in this ad is very attractive.
No.
Do you think so?
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, that's me. No, I'm sorry.
Versions elsewhere. Are you serious?
Yeah, dead set.
This
Wait
guy
for
or the glasses
You know what
guy
it
or the
is?
other guy?
No, the other guy.
He's all bones.
Not him. That one.
That's the same guy.
Oh, is it?
Is it the same guy?
Yes.
Is it just him with that glass?
I'm not
Is this a
saying he can
Superman
act,
situation?
and I'm not saying that that's his best colour.
Yeah,
I'm saying when he was
it's
holding it
insane.
like this, and he was like, oh. He was.
Sorry, you guys didn't know that was the same man. Sorry, if I hear you talking shit about Superman and Clark Kent, I'm gonna
He's wearing-
tell you to recall this.
He's wearing a different colour top.
I didn't like that. I didn't.
Glasses that aren't. He's not wearing glasses.
Oh, that's so funny.
Wait, come on, hold on. He's not that bad at looking. That's an attractive man.
Look at that jawline.
Yeah, that's a good-looking man.
The eyes are sad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look what he's promoting.
That is a man who does not take care of himself emotionally. I'm being so mean to this guy. But they made him do this. Come on.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I don't care for his nonchalance when this bit. It's coming up right now. This is the bit that I don't care for when he like shows how easily. What's this?
It's supposed to be. It's easy. The idea is you can talk in your meeting, you put it down, right?
Yeah, but when if I'm easily putting something down, I go like this. But he's like so desperately trying to show how easy it is to put down. He's like,
Okay.
nah, it's all right.
The other great feature of this, right, is if you are in a noisy place and you've got that on your face, not only can other people not hear you, but in the meeting, all the noise around you is removed as well. It's like it's
Technology does that already. Like,
yes,
filtering.
yeah, but imagine how much better it would be.
Don't have important meetings on a train, dumb.
What if that's
Actually, the
sometimes you
train
can't
thing, I get
avoid?
trains a lot.
You get trains a lot.
Train boy.
You're a train boy.
I was actually in an important train meeting 2 days ago.
Well, and you,
Wow.
Was
and
it an
how was
important
it?
one?
Yeah, it was like there was private stuff and I had to be quiet.
Yeah, did you feel like you couldn't really talk
I
freely?
did think to myself, man, if I had a giant fucking mouthpiece in my pocket, I could really use it right now.
There you go. We have a use case.
we have one use case.
I don't know what the pricing on this is like. That'll be a factor as well.
Would you ever actually use this, do you think?
Um,
And we're talking about real life where people can see you. There's a genuine
no, probably.
limit on this
All you-
kind of stuff is that people don't want to be seeing it. Isn't that how
Well,
the
okay,
Google Glass
but
died?
there's this what?
Like people didn't want to.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, for sure. No one wants to look weird in public. But there's a use case where
Well, I do sometimes, but that's because I'm an Aquarius. Anyway, go on.
Okay. This you're not always wearing this in public, right? What if you're just at home and you want to be playing games and doing voice chat at midnight and your partner is asleep?
You know what? I got to be
The
honest
problem
with you.
isn't noise in that scenario. Go to bed with your wife.
Right.
You
What
know
if you're
what
not
I mean?
married?
Huh? Well, then you shouldn't be living together.
What are you talking about? here?
What was that?
We got. I don't necessarily think you're entirely wrong. People that live in like studio apartments, all that. So I do think that is this a to market design?
I don't know. I think so. So it was shown at CES as a prototype. I'm not sure if the design's going to be changing.
I just can't see that sitting very comfortably on your face while you're trying to talk. That's the thing I'd need to be convinced of.
Right.
So yeah, it would start slipping off and you'd be like flexing your mouth to try and keep it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I struggle a lot because I've got like the Facebook VR thing.
Yep.
And it's always like plonking off my head, and then I have to wear it really tight in order to keep it on.
Get a headache.
Get a headache,
Right,
get the
right.
pimples. I know what you're talking about. So I think that if they can make it a little less cumbersome, sure.
Really?
Sure. Maybe someone could use it in Hong Kong or another highly densely populated city type.
Yeah. Hey, that's a big market.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you've
Great
had.
point.
I gotta be honest with you, about halfway through I thought, fuck, they might be watching this. They might watch everything about their thing, and then I freaked out, so I'm being nice now.
They?
The people that made
Who
the...
talk people?
Oh yeah, no, I rarely remember that people make the things, might be looking them up.
Yeah, they're Googling themselves.
I have shit talked every single thing that has.
So I felt really bad about halfway through, so that's why I took it to.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We are not the first people to be making fun of this.
So they've also got got a controller that they were showing off that lets you. So in VR lets you sort of like kind of put down the controller, flip the controller out of your hands, and then it sort of is strapped to the back of your hand, and then you can like pick things up, and then you can like flick it back again, and you got the controller. That was kind of interesting. They're creative thinkers.
Cool.
We're at the beginning.
I didn't understand a word of what you just said.
It's like this. You flip
You're
it.
holding a controller, you go wha, and then your hands are free.
Do you know what else makes your hands free? You're holding a controller. Your hands are
No,
free.
but you're in VR. You can't just like be. Then you're going like, oh, where's my?
Why are eyes closed? Why are eyes closed in VR?
They're not. But
They're close to this world. They're in
Your eyes are the only thing
Your
that
eyes
you
are-
have.
Your eyes have gone to the metaverse.
your eyes are covered up,
Why
right?
do you need your hands to be free when you're in the metaverse?
Because you want to have a drink.
But you can't see your drink. You'd be like, I'm in a drink.
And also, you can't have your drink because you got that thing on you.
Yeah, exactly. When you pour it on that, you electrocute yourself. And you die, Evan, and you're fucking dead.
You know what? I think we're almost there. We're almost in the future.
Yeah. So, yeah, they haven't really thought this through.
I'm not so sure about this metaverse thing. I think we got a way to
That's
go.
never going to happen. I would say now, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Really?
There's too many pieces to wear.
This thing, you mean?
Just
or
this
you mean
kind
the-
of stuff in general.
I think the screens are going to get closer to our faces. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people, there was a screen, first you had the internet in your pocket, and now a lot of people have internet on their wrist.
Well, I think first it was on it's on the
It was,
computer.
it was at home. First it was at work, and then it was at home, and then it was in your pocket, then it's on your wrist. I think the screens are getting closer to our faces.
Wow.
At some point, they'll figure out a way to convince us to put screens in front of our faces.
Oh yeah, I think they'll figure out the Google Glass thing. But this thing,
Yeah, this,
No
this
dice.
maybe not so much.
No.
I don't think so.
Bit of a niche product.
Maybe they'll
It
figure out a
sucks,
way
though,
to
'cause-
noise cancel your voice so that they can hear it on the phone, but you're blasting out noise cancelling everywhere around you.
Oh, right, like
do you
active
think?
noise cancellation.
Yeah.
So it's got like speakers that
What do you think? See, I've solved this problem already.
maybe that could be something.
You're welcome, everyone.
How does that work?
Electrical engineering.
How does that work?
The frequency is like this.
So that
So then
does
you
it
blast out.
Yeah,
you
so it'd
blast
have
out
like,
that.
an inverted phase.
and it's blasting out.
You'd have
Same as your
speakers
voice.
all around you that blast out in an inverse phase.
I'd invest in that. I'm happy.
Great. We're decided, so we don't have to bother with this now.
Oh my God.
I think we can stop.
Maybe we should move on.
That just got real sci-fi.
Mish reckons
want-
she hates sci-fi. I don't want to talk about this sci-fi.
No.
You don't like sci-fi?
No, no.
But then tell him your favourite movie, Mish.
I really like The Fifth Element.
Tell him your favourite 80s comedy, Mish.
I really like Back to the Future.
Yeah, is this all just because you didn't like The Matrix and you've just extrapolated from there, Mish?
It's possible that I just didn't like The Matrix.
Oh,
And it's not that I didn't like The Matrix. It might just be possible that I don't understand it.
it might just be that you hate trans people. Maybe that's what it is.
That is not it. At
You
all.
seem to be fine with all these cis sci-fi movies. That's all I'm saying.
I remember you loved The Matrix before 2007.
Don't do that! I want it to be known right now that I hated The Matrix from day one. Anyway, I'm over talking about the face mic because it got, when you guys just then, that last little bit where we were talking about the face thing, started saying things I did not understand. Okay. When you went, what was that? Like,
it doesn't matter.
Forspoken is a new action RPG following Frey Holland, who gets thrust from her life in New York City to a magical world called Athea.
Thrust is an interesting choice. That's a horny word.
Is it?
Yeah, you put a horny word in there.
Pretty horny.
I don't think it's that horny.
Do you think I could just use the word thrust and you wouldn't?
Well, I think like thrust into a situation. I think that's the one non.
There is not
Depends on
one.
what that situation is.
Yeah, well, if they thrusting you into an orgy, I'm going to thrust you into an orgy. All of a sudden,
you into my fuck castle.
yeah, exactly. Once I thrust
into a fuck castle.
Yeah, once I thrust you into your
then
fuck
horny
castle,
bit is the fucking
I reckon you're a little.
Yeah, but then thrust isn't the issue there, because if you like walked leisurely into a fuck castle,
Yeah.
it's still.
No, if I walked you into the thrust castle, walked you into the fuck castle. I never say castle. It's castle to me. So
I know it's.
I walk you into the thrust castle.
I'm the only one.
I'm gonna
Thrust castle is a great point. When I hear thrust castle, I think there's some fucking.
yeah, I'm fucking in that castle.
That's
yeah.
thrust into the situation is the one non-horny.
Thrust is a horny ass word. I'm horny.
Which I think that's more of a reflection of.
Yeah, I think you started there.
I came into today marginally horny, and then the word thrust came upon me, and now I'm there.
You're ready.
Right fucking there.
Ready to go, Mish.
It released exclusively for PS5 and PC, but does it really give a next-gen experience? We'll take a look at the trailer, but first, let's take a little ad break.
It is quite beautiful.
Yeah, in a everything here wants to kill you kind of way.
You know I'm a world changer. They don't make 'em like me anymore. That's why I'm so dangerous. Nothing can stop me. You can't quench the fountain. Nothing can get in my way. I had to move the mountains. I'm at the top of the world. Anything goes. Nothing can stop me. I'm on top of the world.
Let's finish this.
You better buckle up. On a whole nother dimension.
That was a look at the trailer for Forspoken.
Wow.
Um,
And wasn't it amazing?
Are we back?
we're,
Yeah, Mish,
we're back. We're back in the show.
Cool. Sorry, I
it great?
ruined that. Yeah, I ruined that a bit. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
That's good. I liked it.
Ruining the
I thought
magic.
Did you get the part where everyone was telling me I was horny? That doesn't need to be in it.
No, that's not in.
Mish, you said you were horny earlier in the program. We're just repeating what you said.
That was off the show. Is
No, that was on the show.
that on the show?
Yeah.
All right, I'm horny.
Trust.
Not appropriate.
I'm horny.
Mish, that's not a.
It's really inappropriate.
Mish.
So, Forspoken. So you play Frey Holland.
She's just thrusted into
Tell me
the
about
fuck
it.
castle.
She's been thrusted into the fuck castle. So as the game starts, the idea is she lives in New York City.
Is it true that she is from the Bronx, or is that's what someone told me? But
I think so. Well, she's in New York City. I'm not sure exactly what borough. But
Well, then why are we having this conversation?
it's more about
You
Because you brought it up, no?
she's
Well, then what am I doing?
she's
Why am I talking?
she's been caught stealing, right? Okay. She's talking to the
You
judge.
need a lasso with these guests. Regularly in them.
She's
Who
in,
let me get this far with it?
she's in court. She's talking to the judge.
She's in
In
court.
court?
Yes.
When did that happen?
At the
The
start.
very beginning of the game.
Did you play the demo?
Thrust
I-
into the story.
This is the demo skips over this quite brief. Like
I was really pissed off about that, but we'll talk about that in a
but
minute.
it skips
Well,
over
it's
the
just showing
opening.
you it can't open with the start of the game because she's in a courtroom.
Yeah.
That was far more, we'll talk about it in a minute, but that was far more interesting to me.
The courtroom.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, she's been caught stealing. She gets sentenced to 120 hours of community service. On her way home from the courthouse, she encounters a gang.
What was she stealing?
I don't recall.
Bread to feed her family?
She
Or
doesn't have-
hearts?
She has no family.
Was she stealing hearts?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. She runs into a gang that she has some, prior business with.
Wow, she's like
let's
from
say.
the streets. She's like a.
Yeah, well, she's living in an abandoned. Like she's how do you say?
She's street smart.
She's street smart. Yes.
Without a home.
She's
Fucking pov?
She's poor. You're trying to say she's poor.
She's fucking pov.
no. What's the word when you're in just illegally staying in a house?
Squatting.
Squatting. She's squatting.
Squatting.
In an abandoned building.
Taking a piss.
What?
What?
No.
She's living in a house.
Anyway, she runs.
So no, what I'm getting is the start of this opens with her in a court squatting, taking a piss.
No. She's on her way home from the courthouse. She's heading home to her squat. She
Why
runs
is that
into
board game about sheep called Squatter?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's that application of squatter? What's
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
it's a board game
No, I don't know.
where you have sheep? It's Australian.
No, I don't know. I'm
What do
sorry.
you think this is? Board gaming, board game?
So,
So let me bring up the most boring board game I can. It's like Settlers of Catan.
Oh my god, that was the funniest fucking thing you've ever fucking said ever.
You know, it's tragic because it wasn't very funny.
That was not that funny.
It is the funniest thing I've ever said, and it wasn't that funny.
That was very good.
she runs in with this gang. They got some.
Then she thrusts into fantasy world.
Not just yet. Not
Oh
just.
my god! Okay.
She makes a run for it. She parkours her way out of there, right? She's got.
But only like normal.
I forgot,
Yeah, not magic parkour.
forgot about the parkour.
This is normal parkour, okay?
Oh,
she's
to
just quick on
be
her
living
feet.
in 2023 with parkour.
She heads home. She decides she's got to skip town, right? Because the judge is like 3 strikes and you're out. If you come in front of this court again,
The strike rule.
yes. And if you come here again,
Prisons a lot
I'm
of people unfairly
You're going to go to
for
prison.
petty crimes.
Yes. She's like, you're going to go to prison. Right now, community service, I'll be lenient on you, but one more time, right? So she's like, I've got to skip town. I'm going to get in trouble again. I'm going to wind up in jail, right?
Oh my God.
And
Just like Jean Valjean.
what?
Valjean, at last we see each other plain. Monsieur le Maire, you'll wear a different
Is
chain.
Beauty and the Beast?
Before you say another word, Javert.
My name's Gavroche. That's who I would play.
Anyway, that's my input. Carry on.
It's not Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
It's the other one.
Les
Me and the
Mis.
Beast.
Oh,
Les Miserables.
Right.
He steals bread
Okay.
and he goes to prison and then he's on probation and he runs away.
Okay. I mean, this sounds like a lot. Yeah, you're right. Then it does sound like a lot like that. Anyway, she goes home to Homer, the cat.
Homer Simpson.
Oh!
What are you doing home? Don't.
You didn't parkour, doll.
That's your Homer Simpson
No,
impression.
that's my Marge. I accidentally did my
Wait, your
Marge.
mind just saying dough?
Down.
Hey, homie. Hey, homie. How'd work go at the nuclear power plant?
And she's from New York now?
Homer, what are you doing?
Brooklyn?
Hey, homie. I just wanted to say, if whoever voices Marge gets cancelled, I'm available.
No.
Oh, homie.
where was I?
I don't know.
Homer the cat, right? So she goes home. She goes home.
She goes
And,
home to Homer.
And and so she's like, tomorrow morning I'm going to skip town. So she goes to bed, and then she's woken up in the middle of the night because the building's on fire, right?
Stop.
It's on fire.
Oh my God. She's not even supposed to be there. She won't be accounted for.
Yeah, that's right. And she's got like a go bag. She's got like a bag full of cash and stuff
Oh
that
my
she's
God.
been saving up.
She's used to roughing it.
But you know, with the fire and stuff, she goes to save her cat. The go bag goes up in flames. She's like, oh, I've got nothing now, but I got my cat. Anyway.
Well, she's pure of heart.
And then she realizes it was the gang from before that lit the place on fire.
Oh my God, because she's
They're
a
magic.
Like Jumanji.
They're magic.
Like Jumanji.
No, there's no magic at this stage.
Okay, sure, but it's a
What
What do you
magic.
mean there's no magic? What? You just said the game lit the house on fire.
Gang.
Oh, the gang. I thought you said the game.
Jumanji. I'm like, there's gangs in Jumanji.
I thought you said the gang lit the
remember
house
that.
on fire, then turned to us, then fucking had the audacity to turn to us and be like, there's no magic yet. I very beg yours.
I was like, who the fuck? What gang did Robin Williams have beef with?
Rhinos.
Okay, so place is on fire. She's got to go. She goes to the courthouse for some reason, and she waits out there for the judge to get to work. She gives the cat to the judge, and then she skips town.
Gives the cat to the judge.
Yes.
Why?
She's like, please look after my cat.
To the judge?
The judge.
Fuck would she trust
They
the
would have
judge?
had to have designed the whole other character if she gave it to someone.
She's a victim of the carceral system. Why the fuck would she trust a judge?
I guess she feels like the judge would take good care of Homer.
Okay.
Maybe it's that nice judge that I see on Instagram sometimes. You know, the one that
Oh, that
cuts
really
him
nice
some
guy.
slack.
Yeah, when
yeah.
people have gotten
that
red
old
speed-
man?
when they've
Yeah,
gotten
old
red
dude
light
that
cameras.
Cuts him some slack.
They then bring their children with them to court, and he's like, "You've got a lot of kids." She's like, "I've got 7." He's like, "I'll cut this fine," and then they all
He
cry.
like riffs with him.
Yeah,
He's
Right.
always nice.
he's nice.
Yeah, but some.
How happy would you be if you got him?
Or like Sandy
Yeah.
Cohen.
Anyway, it's Christmas Day.
Brings Ryan home. I've been watching a lot of the OC.
I never watched the OC.
It's Christmas Day.
It's really
Merry
good.
Christmas.
January. It's February 3rd.
Just missed it. We're really
You missed
far
it by
away.
over a well over a month, Evan.
Why would we be here?
Yeah.
We would be with our family.
Did you really think that was going to fool us?
Evan, what were you doing a month ago?
Did you really think we would believe you if you told us it was
I
Christmas?
just wanted some presents.
I know when it's Christmas, Evan.
That's a very, very like big date on the calendar.
If you'd said it was the Queen's birthday, maybe I would have believed you. And, you know.
Yeah.
She died.
The Queen.
She still has a birthday, Evan.
Do we
It's not when we say it
We don't
is.
celebrate that anymore, do we?
Oh, we're going to celebrate the King's birthday now.
When is
I
that?
won't be celebrating it
Is it the same day?
because he's ugly.
Okay, so it's
Not like Hot Lizzie. Hot Lizzie?
Okay, she was, she was
Big sexy.
Ah, Hot
in
Lizzie.
a little hunting gear. I didn't mind it.
No, I miss Hot Lizzie every day.
Her going for her little drives.
Oh, they took her license away from her 'cause she was a hoon.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
they
a
were like, "You can't drive
it's
anymore."
magical Christmas Day, right? And Frey finds a magical bracelet, a cuff, right?
Where is she at this point?
Mimco.
It's only $10. That's the best part. Fucking can't. And then you get another cup for $5 if you get one.
So funny. So funny.
She's in New York City.
No one overseas will understand how funny that is. I got a gold watch for my 21st birthday from my friends from Mimco.
My first adult wallet was a Mimco wallet. It had a big button on it.
Yeah, it's like your first step into upscale, but you're a bogan.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. She finds this magical cuff, right? And the magical cuff teleports her to a magical land.
Is she in a? She's in a shop.
No. She finds it in a.
Mish was just joking.
I wasn't being serious. She's not out
Was it actually a
Westfield.
Bimco?
She just finds
said
it.
So you said it with so much conviction. It was really hard. It's really hard for me to separate it out.
I think she's like sleeping rough or something, and she just finds it in a building or something. I can't remember.
Right. So this is because I just played the sample pack.
Yeah, the demo.
Sample
The demo.
Yeah.
I just played the demo because I didn't realise that this was someone that had been sleeping rough. Like she's in a really bad situation.
Yeah. She's having a tough time.
Did you watch
So
the
mean
intro
to
video
her.
at the start?
I skipped through.
Oh, that's probably why.
But it goes for like 10 seconds.
Well, I didn't know that.
I didn't pick
one
up on half
second
the
for me.
shit that Evans talked about.
I didn't pick up on any of that
No, it's
story.
way longer in the actual game. Like the demo skips right over all this stuff. But it's important to understand.
It's a part of the game I wish I wanted to play. I don't give a shit about this magical land.
So
I
she's
want to be in
the
New York.
magical land, and she's like, I've got to find a way back. I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
And then I guess some other shit will happen.
Yeah. But she's sort of guided by this cuff, who for some reason is an Englishman.
Oh, that's the cuff?
Yeah, that's the
the
cuff.
cuff
It's a magical tool.
Oh, that was one of my big questions. Like, who the fuck is this Giles?
Who is she
cunt?
talking
That
It's
is
like,
that's a fucking fate worse than death. Are you serious? You have a cuff that you can't get off, and it's an old British man
it criticizes you.
giving you Marvel one-liners.
Yeah.
But like not. It's like they didn't even write the script. They're just improvising the Marvel one-liners. They're just like, oh, you gotta get out there. The whole game is, well, good job with the magic. Not, you better than you. You're just a cuff. It's the whole game.
It's really bad.
It's really
The
cool.
cuff's like,
That was I wanted
be
to.
careful when you're moving around.
Like, take
It
the
might
cut
fall
off.
over, and then she's like, yeah, like I'd love that.
It really doesn't make. It's like
Yeah,
non-sequiturs.
their relationship is so toxic. The
I'm
relationship.
sick of these representations on screen of
Yeah.
relationships that are not healthy.
No, not at all. All he does is criticize her, and she doesn't talk to him about how that's upsetting. She just goes, fuck off. Like, literally, I thought it was a kid's game, and then she randomly goes, well, I guess I'm fucked. In the middle of it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's edgy. She's from the streets.
Yeah, she
Okay,
says
she's from New York City.
Is the F word.
She does.
I feel like they've taken Marvel dialogue and just abstracted it, like deliberately abstracted it so it doesn't make sense anymore. Like there's a bit where she gets into a room where she's like, he's like, this is a place where you could sleep. And she's like, oh, you keeping track of when humans do or do not sleep? And he's like, yeah, that does sound pretty silly. I'm not lying. That's kind of what they say.
Oh, 100%. I played a bit of the game, right? I did play the demo.
Yes.
And it's like, you have to go to the house. It's like, okay. So I go to the house, and I took a nap. Like,
So did I. And then I clicked nap, and then I went, and that's enough.
The best.
I've gotten everything I'm going to get out of
yeah.
it.
The best journey for me I had with this game is I don't have a PS5 because they don't have enough PS5s in Australia and I missed the boat to buy one. I was going to get one for Christmas and then I couldn't.
Which was last month, Evan.
And so I thought I wasn't going to be able to play it, so I just watched a couple of videos on YouTube. I watched a review and a couple of videos, and then I got in and played it. And on the review, they talk about her being able to do magic parkour. And I thought that was the reviewer saying, it looks like what she's doing is a magical form of parkour, and he's describing it for the watcher. And then I sat down, and then I got here, and everyone was
They
like, I've
call
set it
like
up.
flame jumping or something.
Yeah. And then everyone was like, I've set it up for you. And the first instruction is like, press O for magic parkour.
Yeah. Which for the most part, you're on flat ground, so you're just running.
nothing like an open field for magic parkour.
No, and this is what I don't like about it, because it's an open world game.
It is,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. This is what I don't like about open world games.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go across a bridge, right?
Yes.
It was like the second task you had to do in the demo video,
Yep.
right? And it's a very long bridge, and you have to battle orcs or whatever they were, right?
Yep.
Like strange creatures. I went to battle them. They threw me off the bridge.
This happened to me too.
So all of a sudden, I've been thrown off the bridge. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna die because No,
it's
when you
quite
hit
a
the
drop.
ground, it's quite a drop. You hit the ground, you go, oh, and he goes, oh, why don't you just try and kill yourself then? Like the cup, and she's like, oh, leave me alone. And like, but then you're down there.
She's Cockney.
Oh, leave me alone.
She's from the Geordie Shore.
then you're down there. You've fallen off.
Get out of it.
Fallen off the bridge.
It's not very nice, is it?
Look, I thought you were fit, but now I'm not so sure. Okay, I'm a bit over it actually, babe. Got the ick. Anyway, you've fallen off the bridge.
I know you pied me, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Now you made me look like an absolute mug. An absolute mug. What? I watched Love Island with my partner. I watched Love Island with my partner the other day, and two people were having a fight. Someone's like, "What? You're mugging me? You made me look like a fucking mug." And he was just like, "What's the problem with looking like a mug?" It's like, "Oh, bless you. You don't speak the language." Anyway.
Our fans in the UK love this.
Yeah, it's great. I'm obsessed with Love Island UK.
Great.
Anyway, you fall off this
the
bridge, which is
yeah.
a really long fall.
Yeah.
And then you're down there, and you're like, but you live, and you're like, okay. There's no way of getting back up there without taking like half an hour.
It's a really long way, yeah.
It was like, it wasn't even my fault that I fell off the bridge.
Parkour off.
No, because the mountain's too steep.
It's too steep. You do get an ability later that helps you.
Yeah.
Up a mountain.
You can, but it's like a sheer cliff. Like,
That's what I don't like about open world games, because I played one once.
Yes.
Red Dead Redemption, maybe?
Yeah.
I think I talked about this maybe last time I was here.
Open world?
No.
No.
Last of Us
There's
is
like a part of it in the second one that's
On rails.
Last of Us is fucking perfect. If you leave something behind and you get to the place and they're like, we need a token, and all your tokens are back fucking at your little fire, you've got to go all the way back to your little fucking fire.
There's no like.
There's no like, don't forget your tokens. Like, no.
Sometimes
No,
it's jumping.
surely there's teleportation.
I don't know how to do that.
Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption 2, I think, is quite meditative. It's quite beautiful. You just like sit there.
I spent the whole time playing poker and punching horses.
See, this is this is one of the things about open world games. And so,
Why everyone does that? Every time I watch someone play Red Dead Redemption 2, they punch a horse in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
Stop!
there's some open world games like Red Dead Redemption are it's actually like
Good.
a big part of it is, of course, with open world games a lot of it is that you're traveling, right? You're going from one place to another. And Red Dead Redemption does that really well because it's enjoyable going from one place to another. Like it's calming, it's beautiful. It's like there's so much attention to detail there.
There's some woman and she's like, Howdy,
there's stuff
I need your
along the
help.
way. Yeah,
You get out and you punch her.
This game, I think the magical parkour is kind of fun. Like you can, it is.
It is not that. It's not fun.
It's
Stop lying.
You didn't enjoy the parkour?
No, I like parkoured up a mountain.
yeah.
And I hated it.
Oh.
It was like wall jumping, but stupid.
Right. Okay. But
Well, obviously you didn't grow up in Ballarat in 2011 because parkour was all the rage.
2011?
Yeah, Ballarat.
Is there a reference to parkour in like on The Office in like 2007?
Ballarat.
Okay, yes.
When I was parkouring through the open field, hoping I would like see a thing that was higher than ground level and just parkour over to it, just so I could do some parkouring. When I was I was like, this game would have been great.
You were
Doing a parkour. I love parkour. No, in the game.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But
I thought
no,
you were
when,
talking about Ballarat.
Zach used to be a part of the
I did.
parkour
Like, I
club.
watched a documentary about parkour on SBS in like 2002, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen." It was like back when it was just like the French people doing it through the like those brutalist like. And I was like, "This is the coolest thing in the world. I must get into it." And then by the time I was like, "I will get into it," it was already gone. Sorry, but as I was like, "This game would be great if it was in New York."
Oh,
Parkour through New York. Like,
100%.
I don't think I've seen a really three-dimensional.
Spider-Man, yeah.
instead of being in quite like a bland sort of world, we can bring out some sort of gameplay footage.
Spider-Man, because that is
not of
great.
Spider-Man.
Because it's a beautiful game.
Well,
I like
it's similar.
Spider-Man.
It's just because you can like when you get more abilities, you can sort of like swing around and stuff like that. I mean,
This looks much cooler than the game you actually play in the demo.
Not that poor. She has a
is like-
fucking pedigree cat.
well, I mean, even in the full game, this is essentially like a cutscene. Like you don't really play through the New York. There's not
Is
much
this
there
like
to actually
an
play.
actor? She looks quite familiar.
She does look familiar. All the way through, I thought that she sounds a lot like Murders in the Building singer.
Selena Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah, her. I thought it sounded a bit like her.
I really doubt that Selena Gomez
Oh, it's
is
not
the
her.
voice,
But it's
the
just-
voice
just-
of this black woman character.
So
Plays Frey Holland.
who?
Alla Balinska.
I want a game. Yeah, like I mean, I'm thinking Max,
Like the voice actors?
but like, remember Max Payne?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
like,
amazing.
like that vibe.
They're remaking Max Payne.
Ah, good.
We should get you on when it comes out.
She's in Charlie's Angels, the remake, which I haven't seen, but I've probably seen the trailer.
Is that the one with Patrick Stewart?
I don't know.
No, I think you're thinking of X-Men.
No, he's in it. Charlie's.
Is he?
He's like Charlie, I think.
Oh,
And then in the remake,
What's going on
it was not a very good film.
I will say I'm glad I got to have a little play because I enjoyed the gameplay more than I thought I would.
What aspects of it, like the fight combat stuff?
Yeah,
You were good at it.
I just had fun.
good
There
at
was
it right off
something
the bat.
about like,
Switching between the different powers.
yeah, well, that was a bit fiddly. There
Yeah,
was, I think the controls were a bit
yeah.
fiddly, and I didn't like the camera wasn't very intuitive. You'd have things coming at you from all angles,
Right.
And I felt like I would, the camera would be right up in my grill and something would be attacking. I didn't love
Yeah.
that, but there was just something about it that I didn't mind. Like
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I thought it was bad.
I got into a rhythm of not like because right at the start it felt a bit overwhelming, being like, oh, you've got all these different. You can switch between these different spells and different moves. And I did a bit of that, but it I don't know, it just felt clumsy trying to do that in the middle of a fight. So I ended up kind of just finding ones that I liked and sticking with those.
Yeah,
and that was,
I was
fine.
button bashing.
Yeah, a bit of.
That's what I was doing.
You didn't tell me it was a lady gang. That's very progressive.
Lady Gang, yeah, no, I could have.
The Lady Gang?
It was a
Yeah, I
lady
mean,
gang
yeah,
from the looks of it.
Yeah.
You could have taken him.
I wouldn't. I'd say, ladies,
I like you.
I wouldn't. I like you because I like them. I wouldn't fight the lady gang.
No, you'd parkour out of there. Like,
I would parkour out of there. Magic
Holland.
parkour.
I thought it was a big. So after I played the demo of this, I looked at my boyfriend's got the PlayStation 5. It's not me. I looked at the games he had, and he had Tony Hawk, and I went in to play that, and it was just as complicated as this. Like there's
Really?
too many tricks. I don't want my games to
don't have to
require me to
follow.
remember tricks.
Yeah, I don't.
Button.
combos.
Yeah.
Tekken.
Oh, I'm sure I would. I don't want to remember combos. All I want to know is that X is jump and triangle is shoot.
You want something intuitive.
I was gonna say.
I want something that makes me feel, man.
Oh my god!
Last
if
of
you bring
Us.
it up one more fucking time.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't do it.
Does anyone have anything to talk about?
Yes,
Is
any new
anyone-
shows on recently?
Is anyone gay?
One of the big criticisms about this game is how poorly optimized it is.
Really?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
It means it runs like dog shit. So
yeah.
it has very high system requirements on PC. You need a very, very high-end PC to be able to run it. And even then, kind of regardless of how much you sort of mess with the settings and lower certain, settings, graphic settings and that sort of thing, it still just doesn't run very well. Like the ports of
Why
PCs.
is that?
Who coded this fucking shit, bro?
It's poorly coded.
Would never be me.
But
Wouldn't have been you, but you could have done it because you're an engineer who's done coding.
Yeah, you could have.
That's right,
yeah.
Mish.
But you're not the engineer that does bridges. It's a different engineer.
Yeah. Yeah, I would never.
It's a civil engineer.
Yeah.
That's
It's a different engineer. But do you study with the bridge engineers for a year and then split off, or is it just a different
It's like
thing?
you can do a general thing at the start. I did a double degree, so I chose my
Wow.
strain at the start.
Strain.
I just feel like
Civil is the hardest to get into because it's the most popular, but it also requires the lowest score to get into because it's for dumb fucks. If you're talking in terms of engineers,
Civil engineering is.
But I just gotta
Where all
say,
the
if
men
you fuck
go-
up coding, it's a bad game. If you fuck up a bridge,
You kill
Yeah.
people.
Well, yeah, and that is why there's a big crumpled piece of the Westgate Bridge at the university I went to remind them all that this is what happened.
Read about
Civil engineering is for all of the boys who are like, I want to be an engineer, but can't do maths for shit.
Okay.
Because all you got to do
Are you good at maths?
bridge math.
Just draw it.
8 times 7.
You just go.
That's a hard one.
56.
That's arithmetic. You can be bad at arithmetic but good at maths.
Yeah, I'm not that quick at
I was
everything.
asking her.
You're challenging her. It's like challenging a lawyer to be a good typist.
I did get the maths medal.
I was fucking having a conversation
No,
with my
you
friend
challenged
there.
her. You tried to make a fool out of her.
I wasn't.
My name was in the newspaper for my maths.
Oh, I believe you. Naomi's very smart.
It was so bad.
Ask me.
Yeah, they were like,
do
look
you
at
want
this
5 times
dumb fucking bitch with these
what I want?
shitty math scores.
5 times 7.
5 times 7. You want to know the answer to that? That's too easy. That's easy.
Really?
Yeah, that's easy. No
What is
worries. Yeah, happy to answer you on that one. Oh, you want the answer? 35.
That was so quick.
That was pretty fucking sick.
Sorry, I didn't realise you wanted the answer.
Yeah, no, I wanted-
Sorry, yeah, I just...
It's hypothetical.
But there's also a lot of people who want to code and can't code. I'm not
Okay.
saying that these people can't code.
It could be that they
I think
were
it's
under
hard to
pressure
make a
to meet a
video game.
deadline, maybe. Like, it's
It's very hard to make a video game.
Oh, it is. It's incredibly difficult, especially when the standards are being set by incredible titles like Red Dead Redemption 2, which is an incredible open world game,
And that other one that I really like.
and The Last of Us.
Elden Ring.
It's funny you bring that up. The Last of Us is a really good
Yeah,
game.
but it's not an open world game. Red Dead really set a new standard for open world environments, like because
Why
it looks
aren't you
incredible.
talking about
It's
Elden
so-
Ring? I feel like this looks way more like Elden Ring.
haven't-
Everyone loves Elden Ring.
I haven't
Same fucking
played-
fantasy shit that to me is so ugly.
I haven't played Elden Ring, but that's the thing is Elden Ring is not. It's not known for being a beautiful open world game, right?
I think it's.
Re-
I think
Red
it
Dead
kind of is though. No,
No,
we didn't
it
cover
came out-
Elden Ring.
It came out in between episodes.
It's a pretty good looking game though, bro. Bro. Hey,
All right, sure, okay.
you can hear me out.
Okay. Sorry. I haven't played it. My understanding is that it
When
it
you're
wasn't.
like fighting Galdroth the demon
Sorry, I'm sorry, finish your
Giant.
point and then I'll...
cunt, you know, it's the sun setting. You know, you got the reflections on the wet ground.
on the wet ground, yeah.
Sorry to laugh while you talk about Elden Ring. Mish
It's
just
pretty
took my
serious.
little cheat sheet, my little Forspoken cheat sheet. You won't be able to see it. She took my Forspoken cheat sheet, scribbled something, wrote something down. I thought she was writing me a note, like, hey, maybe this is... She scribbled out spoken and replaced it with skin. So now it says foreskin.
Mish,
It's really cheeky.
Mish.
And if you'd had one of them mouthpieces, you could have just said it to me.
It was just meant to be. It was meant to be a little moment in
I
here.
laughed that I...
But I'm glad I got to share it with everyone because I'm good at my job. And that's funny.
That's your job.
Funny's funny.
It's a bit. It's so yeah.
Do we have to say anything about this game else?
No, we don't have to. I was talking about the Alice in Wonderland thing, but like.
Good. That's a good. Alice in Wonderland's good.
But even then, I wish it had a little bit of sparkle then.
Like a
Such a
Wonderland is
Sparkle.
interesting.
It's got a magical talking cuff. How much more sparkle do you need?
It does.
Yeah, a little bit of bling. And you know what I like in my bling? An old man who's a cunt to me. Like, who won't shut up.
I feel like I should credit, you sent me a review when I thought I wasn't going to be able to play it.
Yeah.
And the best bit was IGN, I think. IGN.
Yeah.
And I just want to give them the credit. But the best thing they said about the rapport was that it's less like witty Marvel style rapport, which is what they're going for. And it's more like...
Marvel report.
Yeah, they were like...
Oxymoron.
Hey, that's true. Not true. I don't know. No comment. I don't know. I feel like
Oh, you're gonna burn
I've got a lifelong...
Joss Whedon?
I've got a lifelong dream of script doctoring Marvel films.
Really?
Getting a weekend, punching up. No, but they said it's less like witty rapport and more like sitting at dinner with a couple having an argument. You know, like awkward tension when a couple has an argument.
They're like,
you know?
haha, they're joking, but they're not joking.
Yeah, they're like, well, somebody didn't take out the bins last night. Like that's the whole tone of the report between the cup. You just like,
It's weird how quickly the characters don't kind of develop it all at the start. They're just like that right away. They've got this weird sort of energy.
We don't
between
start it
them.
at the start.
The demo didn't start at the start.
You got a nice
But
little.
that's how it does start. Like it's like right off the bat. There's not really any. It doesn't really like.
You know what I think it's time
It
for?
starts the way that it is in the demo.
You know what I think it's time for?
What was the time?
I think it's time for 7 minutes in heaven. Roll the sting.
7 minutes in heaven.
Well, I mean, what am I talking about?
cruise ships.
I got Disney cruise ships.
Can I just go on my phone?
So I watched this video about a Disney. It was a review of a Disney cruise ship. I can't remember which one, but I mean that was good. Over the holidays, I got really into cruise ship disasters as just got really. I got into this sort of rut where like every morning I would sort of wake up at like 11 o'clock, sit on the couch and just watch hours of videos about cruise ship disasters. And
That's some dark shit.
I don't think it was great for my mental health, and I did, sort of stop doing that after a while. I found it really fascinating. It's kind of like for me, it's kind of like 9/11, because I get fascinated by really big things, like the Twin Towers and like cruise ships are massive, right? They're so big, and to think Beirut. Oh, you're talking about the explosion? Crazy, right? Anyway. So I mean, when something like that, I just find it's just really fascinating. I find it really fascinating, and the just like the idea of an aeroplane going into a building, and which is horrible, obviously. But I mean, especially because it happened twice. But the idea of that. It's just an incredible thing to have happened, right? And so it's just hard to wrap your head around. It's just the scale of it, right? Anyway, so so I got into cruise ship disasters, and because, there's a fair number of them, and it's just real. It's it's for so many reasons, like because obviously there's the factor of it's so big, and just so much work and stuff goes into to building something like a cruise ship, and for it just to sink or whatever, it's that sucks. But also the ocean, the ocean's so deep, and you look at like the Titanic, right? Which that's when that went down, it like really went down, right? Like that's so how deep that is? So deep, like it's like those fish that can't see because it's so dark because the sun doesn't get down there. It's deeper than that is where the Titanic is. Can you imagine? And so that's and that's like pretty. That's Anyway, so I just found it really interesting. So I kind of got into that. But maybe because of that, the algorithm recommended me this review of a Disney cruise ship. which was the guy was just disappointed by it because he'd been on a few. He was a big fan of them, and he felt like the new ones weren't very good. They were kind of a step back from the previous ones for various reasons, and he made some good points, like the layout of them not being as good, and some of just sort of lacking some of the features that the previous ones had. So that's it's kind of interesting, sort of great. So I mean that was kind of interesting. I think it would be interesting to go on a cruise ship at some point. I've never been on one before. Yeah, I mean, except for all the disease stuff. I think it's the idea of it's nice, but I don't know if it would actually feel that. I think they probably packed them with too many people. It's like they got like thousands of people on cruise ships, which is all the worse when they sink or something. But it's unusual for a cruise ship like that to sink, and for lots of people to die. It doesn't happen that often. Usually, people are able to be rescued and stuff. Yep. Oh, okay, great. I was looking at the Costa Concordia the other day because I was talking about it on Bec Stream. That was kind of interesting because it's really recent. It was in 2012 that the Costa Concordia hit a rock and took it out of water and listed, and they had to save. They managed to save most of the people on that one. And they managed to refloat it. I mean, it was a wreck. It was because it was destroyed, but they managed to, because it didn't sink completely. It banked on the on the seabed, and it sort of was just leaning there for a couple of years, I think. And then they refloated it and took it and scrapped it. It's just anyway, it's crazy. It cost them that disaster cost $2 billion. This is crazy. The ship itself cost $600 million, and then the cost to salvage it, I guess pay compensation to all the people that were involved, and the captain went to jail. And it costs a lot to scrap a ship, that's a lot of work goes into it. I think it's one of the most dangerous careers, one of the industries to work in. is scrapping scrapping ships. It's very a lot of people die doing that work. I think.
7 minutes.
Hey!
Yay!
That's the quickest it's ever gone.
That's amazing.
I usually Evan's talking about tech or something, just mind-numbingly boring. But it is crazy when you actually get his stream of consciousness, and it's we can't stop him. No one else can say anything. Bec is having a meltdown. He's fucking panicking.
I gotta be real. When I gave the prompt of Disneyland cruise ship, I didn't think it would get to 9/11.
Oh, no one did.
And if you'd told me it would get to 9/11, I wouldn't then think it would happen within the first 2 minutes.
I'd say minute.
Yeah.
It was there.
It was pretty
You
quick.
got to 9/11 so quick.
And with that many laugh breaks as well. On the way to 9/11.
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy.
Forspoken is out now on PS5 and PC. But it's probably a wait and see, right? It's I don't think it's worth $115 right now.
Wait and see until they do whatever they did with Cyberpunk. What did they bring out?
Oh, they patched it a lot.
Something else. Anyway.
Before we wrap up, we have a Patreon question.
Oh wow.
This week's question is from Death Wombat. What is your ideal length of game, and how does it match up with your ideal or actual gaming session length?
That's
Oh.
It's an interesting question. Zach, do you like a game that you can sink your teeth into for 40 hours? Or do you want something you can knock over in a weekend?
Isn't it? Like, I like a story. I do like a story. Last of Us is, sorry to be a basic bitch, but Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2.
You like
You got any ones that are like, oh, they shouldn't have killed the main character? I like Last of Us Part 2.
they would have.
Last of Us Part
They
2
wouldn't
was
be here, would
phenomenal.
they?
They wouldn't be here. I'm a woman and I'm talking. So.
I love people that are like, that's actually not how storytelling works. It's like, that's exactly how storytelling works, you fucking
Kill
idiot.
the main character. To kill the character who's already completed their emotional journey, like, yeah, you got nothing else to say about that cunt. He's got to
Oh
go.
my God. Oh my God.
Let's debate it. Debate Last of Us 2 right now.
But what's that game? Like, that's more in the 20 range, yeah?
Yeah, so Last of Us, the first one was maybe like, I think about 12 hours, and then the first one was maybe double that.
Second one I feel like was like 40 hours.
I don't think it was that long. It may have felt that long. It felt long
So
to
the
me.
second one is shorter than the first?
No, it's much longer.
Oh, the
Yeah,
second
the second one's like
longer.
double the
I remember feeling like it was a little long.
It's phenomenal.
Way longer.
But,
I could talk about it for so long.
It is phenomenal. For me though, I think that I felt like the first one was maybe better paced.
24 hours.
That's probably because you're a bit of a sod.
yeah, so it's like
I'm a bit of a
Like,
sod.
Yeah, that's
Twice
because
as
Evan's a
long.
sod.
That's all right. So, but I also get that. I think probably there's that deliberate intent from the developers that it should have felt like a slog because that's what the characters are going through. I think that's probably part of it.
So you're like very invested in the franchise by that point. It's not about like doing this perfect like punchy game. Of
course.
People want to stay there for as long as possible, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I reckon in that 10 to 20 range, and I like a story. I don't mind, but I never finished it. Like, I loved Red Dead Redemption 2, but I never finished it.
Because it's huge. That's like,
so
what is that,
big.
50 hours, 60? Like,
Yeah.
you can spend so much time in that game.
I just was riding around punching horses.
I mean, there's something nice. There's something.
Playing poker and punching horses.
Yeah.
Open world games can kind of give you that best of
The
both
animal cruelty
worlds.
stuff. Yeah.
Open world games can give you that best of both worlds, where it's like the main campaign maybe doesn't take you that long, but there's a lot of other content that like you can finish that main story, but if you want more, there's lots of other stuff to explore.
See, I'm a completionist. And I'm just a perfectionist. I guess I just like was an overachiever as a kid, and now I feel kind of lost in the world.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, wow.
And
Because you're not overachieving anymore.
that was really mean.
No,
Oh, because you're a fucking loser now? Yes. But here's games that I love that I have not finished because I wanted to complete everything in them. Breath of the Wild. Deathloop. Stardew Valley.
So you haven't
Well,
got.
actually, I guess I finished Stardew Valley.
You haven't gotten to the end of the story.
But yeah, I never got to
Because
the
you're
end
trying
of
to
Breath
do
of the
everything
Wild.
along the way.
So I got stuck on one of the, I got on the camel, I got stuck. But I did finish Super Mario Odyssey, which is quite a long game, and you
Yeah,
have to
that's a lot.
collect it's like 900 moons.
Yeah,
or
to like
something.
100% is a lot.
So
right?
that's one of the only games I've ever 100%ed. But I like games that I could just play for 12 hours a day for like 2 weeks straight.
So you have really long sessions.
Yeah, I just get stuck. I just get fucking stuck, bro.
Yeah, okay.
And then one day I'll just be like, and then I'll never pick it up again.
Yeah, right.
That's my thing.
Mish, how do you?
So I've played a couple of games.
What
Yeah.
are they? If you had to name both of them.
Mish's favourite game in the whole world.
Last of Us 2.
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo. No, so I've played a couple of games, but I have a very, very specific type of game that holds my interest, and it is the story games like Last of Us, Uncharted.
You like Uncharted?
Uncharted 4 I did.
If I had to shoot one video game character in the face,
Nathan Drake?
it would be Nathan Drake.
Yeah, look, I like his brother.
He's Marvel personified.
Yeah, but I like his
See the
brother.
movie? Tom Holland?
Have you played Uncharted,
already out.
The Last Legacy? The ones with the girls.
I haven't played any of the.
The one with the girls is good because he's not in it. Anyway, that's the kind of game I like. And Last of Us 2, for me, I was really satisfied by the length of that. But I'm not a gamer. I really don't do it.
What are you doing on this show? Who let her on here?
I'm charming.
She's going to take that opportunity and she's going to make it work.
I'm saying yes, man. I'm saying yes wherever I go. No,
You're an actor at heart. Oh, can I roller skate? Yes.
Yes. I play
Can I ride a
piano.
horsey? Yes, I can.
Absolutely. No, I was really satisfied with the length of Last of Us 2, but when I sit down and I play a game and I get into it, I smash it in 2 or 3 days. And then don't touch another game for 6 months.
You know what I think was a good length for a game is Control.
How long is that? I haven't finished that.
Also, I love this idea of how long is it. Like, I'm not very good at games.
11
so
to
like,
15 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because what is that based on? Is that based on like if you just played it the whole way through, didn't die once?
Well, that's what the range is. If
It's
you,
just like average, I think.
Yeah, right.
yeah, if you,
That's not how long it takes me to play.
yeah, it might take you way longer. Often it'll take me way longer. It depends
Oh
on the
yeah,
game.
it'll take me long because I do everything. I think I did
Yeah.
almost everything in Spider-Man. Which is, there's a lot of
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
The whole
crazy.
city.
New York City.
New York, New York. That's enough.
I like short games.
Okay. You didn't answer the question.
Sorry.
But
like short
but I also like short games.
And yet your favorite game
sessions.
is Cookie Clicker, which never ends.
But it's short sessions.
Oh
You
yeah.
pick it up and play
Whoop,
for-
and you're done.
Yeah. That's why I like. I mean, I still am playing
You like short sessions in video games.
Need for Speed Unbound.
We're the opposite of each other.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why we work so well.
Yeah, the yin and the yang.
And that's the kind of back and forth, you know, the
But you're always going to
What are you
get
here for?
every week here at Board Game. Board Gamey
That
Board
spark, you know, that we have that charisma between us.
I pitched to them once food, and we'd get on like chefs and we'd talk about new restaurants and stuff.
Oh, that's very good. Did
Well,
you?
it never went anywhere, did it? Because
I was enthusiastic.
yeah, I think that was entirely my fault. I just created it. Well, it never went anywhere because someone didn't follow up that pitch with an email, did they? And that
every-
someone was me.
You're pitching a different podcast to every person you've ever met. And you're like, well, fuck me, I guess.
Hey, look, we have to thank our top patrons.
We do.
Thank you, Top.
Contractually.
You don't have to.
No, I've said that
nice.
we will. No,
They can sue
Well-
us. Like Zach Braff.
Zach Braff.
What did Zach Braff do?
Didn't he not follow through on like Kickstarter stuff and then
Oh,
they sued him?
right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
We didn't get that little indie film from Zach Braff.
Imagine loving Zach Braff so much that you're so upset
That you missed out on that.
that you sue him.
Oh no, what are we gonna do with it? Oh, what are we? Oh, there's no centre frame sad man. I gave you $20 to see you being sad in the middle of that frame. Anyway.
Amy G, Andre Agnew, Ben Zombie, Blake Hannikin, Brand Wozni, Cameron Fullwood, Chris Potts.
Christian Sanchez, you fucking bit. I was trying to be like the cuff,
Oh,
the
right.
character of the cuff, saying
Right.
Christian Sanchez. You know what I mean? You better watch where you're walking, Christian Sanchez.
Yeah, very good.
Fuck you.
That's good.
You.
David Bourne, David Holland.
Available if anyone wants to do like a sort of Summer Heights High thing again, but I play all the characters.
Good.
Wigs.
Death Wombat, Decay, Dixie17, Eric John E, Fahad Al Thani, Gears. How do you pronounce this one?
Funny.
It's funny.
That's good.
The name, put their name as how do you pronounce this?
Funny.
It's very funny. Michael Flaherty, Mitch Rudolph, MJ, Nick Mason for president, Oscar A, Robbie Proctor, Santeri Raikkonen,
Don't.
Scott,
So many patrons.
Yeah, Jesus.
You're raking it in.
Druces,
Jesus.
McEachin. We're not raking it in.
Yeah, all right. I reckon.
Sean Prague, Suraj Puris, Will Egan, and Exeg Neil. Not as many as they used to be, but also
I
we've
mean,
been
these
off
are just
for-
people who were patrons when we're not even doing the show.
That's right. Yeah, we're
Our real fans.
yeah. If you want to hear your name read out on the show,
I heard my name read out on the show.
Yeah.
you did. You're right.
I mean, I
You
know.
can either be on the show
Feels
or
really good.
It feels good. I mean, I'm telling you, it feels good. You know?
if you want to feel that, then you can sign up to the Close Personal Friend Patreon tier. There's some great benefits to signing up. You get episodes early. You get to join us in the Discord. You get the cheat sheets, and you can send in questions and vote for questions at the end there as well.
Yeah.
And for $5 more, you get yourself a cute little Gamey Game mug. Just sign up at patreon.com/GameyGame.
Ooh, yum, yummy, yum, yum.
Also, you can just, for $5 less, just message me and I'll read your name out.
I just stuck my knuckle in my
I've
eye.
not been on Instagram in over 2 weeks, so I won't
good.
see
It's
your
good for the
message.
soul.
But I'll probably go back on it some.
I made it onto your grid though, your feed.
Yeah, after you asked.
Yeah, I was like, well, I've never been on your. Well, I probably have been.
I don't post that much, really.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I don't
But
know.
you're
you
cool,
look
and I wanted
great.
people to. Yeah, I did actually look really
My
good. in that
Instagram's
photo.
cool.
Your Instagram makes you look like you're a very cool person.
Oh, thank you very much.
That felt loaded. Your Instagram makes you look like you're a really cool person.
Let's let her.
That's enough for me. That's already better than I thought.
Mish, you doing comedy festival?
I am doing comedy festival. Thank
Where
you,
can
Evan.
people get tickets?
Really dish.
What, sorry.
Dish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing. It's a show called Butterfingers. It's directed by dear friend Michelle Brazier. It's gonna be amazing. What a fucking. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She believes in me.
She's one of the best Michelles.
Yeah, one of.
In no order.
Yeah, not at all. It's on in April. I open on Monday the 10th.
That's when the comedy festival is.
Yes, it is. So it's during Melbourne International Comedy Festival. So
Oh, that's good timing.
isn't it just? So yeah, it's going
Easter
to be on
Monday.
at Campari House at 9:30.
That's where you were last time.
That's where I was, but I'm 3 hours later now.
Ooh,
I've got the
prime
naughty
time.
time slot.
The year.
I originally was on at 6, the 30, my first show, and then this year I'm on at 9:30. So I get to say rude words.
They heard the
and-
words you said the first time. They were like, "We can't put her on while the sun's up. We
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do that again."
Neighbour's time slot.
And if you want to hear a really fun story about a flat earther that I had sex with once, you should come along.
Yeah.
Once.
Lots of times. All right, well, fuck a
Come
lot.
on, Mitch.
Okay.
Come on.
You know who's at the same venue? Bec.
Bec!
First solo show at Comedy Festival this year.
I'm so excited.
So look up Bec on the Comedy Festival website.
If you want to go see
Great
Bec.
venue. I remember you were telling me the list. Like, I feel like it's the sort of venue that you should just go and do a night at.
Oh, it's going to be
for
amazing.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
There's lots of
it's
great
just,
people at
just
Campari House.
Settle in.
Yeah.
Find a seat.
You go
Buy
see
more
Bec,
tickets.
you go see Dave Warnicky,
Yes.
then you see Laura Davies, and then you see
Yes.
me.
Oh, that's.
I'm sorry. Could you get a better foursome?
No.
Hot Lizzie.
Zach, anything you'd like to plug at this stage? Is it,
I've got a podcast with my friend Mish called Mish and Zach's Leguizamo.
Oh my God, she's one of the best Michelles.
Yeah, she's one of the
No
best
order.
Michelles. We're watching everything starring our favourite actor, John Leguizamo. I'm also in a comedy group. I don't think we're doing anything at the moment. No. And I think this podcast needs more.
Sure,
needs all the help it can get.
That's a good way to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's we don't talk about the movies that much. You know the intro bit in podcasts, and you know how sometimes they go a bit too long? Our one goes even longer. We'll talk about anything but the movie we're meant to.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like this show.
Yeah, it's a lot like this show.
Similar vibe.
It's a
Yeah,
good
right.
vibe.
Well, if you like this show, which I assume you do.
You've made it this far.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you,
fingers
You've
crossed.
made it past 7 minutes in heaven.
Yeah,
yeah,
Jude.
check
you're
out
fucked.
Leguizamo-rama. Naomi, you got anything happening?
Not at the moment.
Getting
Did you
your
say
hair
you were
done
coming
soon.
back to Twitch? Is it-
I say that all the time. It's been a year.
Yeah.
But I thank you to my subscribers. I still get a little bit of money every month.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, right.
And I do need it. So I thank you.
Hey, if
I'll
you,
come back.
maybe you should. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you,
I still haven't played the Cuphead DLC. But I don't like the way I look when I play that game because I get really frustrated and then I see myself. I really see myself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't want that.
Hey, if you enjoyed this show, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it. Remember, you can podcast the show. Just join the Pickaxe Network. So we're going to be focusing a bit more on the podcast these days, getting that all happening. Search for us on your podcast app of choice.
We have British people working on it now.
The British are working on it. Plus, we have a subreddit that you could go check out if you wanted to. I don't know why I put that back in the script.
Post some stuff on there. I go on there. People talking about me. I like attention.
Yeah.
I'm way too scared to search my name on Reddit.
Oh, I wouldn't search my name on Reddit. Are you serious?
Yeah, that would be so painful.
0 search results.
Yeah, that's
That's the part of it.
that's the real
Reality is
real
no
scary
one's
one.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you next week.